Liverpool are emerging as strong favourites to beat Chelsea and Real Madrid to the signing of Dean Huijsen after holding face-to-face talks with the player, and with two factors giving them a significant advantage, while Bournemouth manager Andoni Iraola has revealed the player's mindset amid strong speculation over his future. The 20-year-old defender has emerged as one of the world's most in-demand stars this summer, with multiple big-hitting sides all chasing his signature. And with Bayern Munich joining the likes of Real and Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham and Newcastle in all expressing an interest in the twice-capped Spain star, a hasty summer exit away from Bournemouth now looks increasingly likely for Huijsen. And with a £50 million exit clause letting his suitors know exactly what they need to do to secure his signing, the Cherries will be powerless to block their star turn from leaving, though will make a very sizable profit on their initial £12.9 million, €15 million, $17.2 million, investment from Juventus just 12 months earlier. Earlier this week, it was reported that Chelsea were confident of a deal for Huijsen after holding talks with the player and his agent. However, with nothing signed and sealed, Liverpool then made a fresh push for his signature. And now, according to multiple outlets, Liverpool have now held direct talks with the player, with Givensport now reporting that the Reds are confident of a deal and now expect a positive outcome in the transfer race. Firstly, Richard Hughes' relationship with his agent is understood to have played a significant part in helping to bring Huijsen to Merseyside. And secondly, the fact that Liverpool are about to become Premier League champions, and look likely to be able to offer the player a big chance of winning silverware in the future, has significantly aided their chances of a deal. Furthermore, there are now increased optimism over Liverpool's prospects of securing a deal, while Bournemouth themselves are now reported to believe Anfield will be Huijsen's most likely destination, while it is worth noting that Chelsea cannot yet be totally discounted, and with Real Madrid still lurking, Liverpool cannot relax until the player officially signs on the dotted line. However, as it stands, there is a growing belief that Huijsen's next destination will be Anfield, a move that our transfer correspondent Rudy Galletti revealed back in February had been ticked off by Liverpool chiefs after deciding the player satisfied three key elements to a move. Furthermore, transfer journalist Graham Bailey has also underlined the strong possibility of the former Juventus man making the move to Merseyside. Bailey told TBR, having spoken to Bournemouth sources, they reiterated that they see him most likely staying in the Premier League, and from what they believe, the favourites for him are Liverpool, not to discount Chelsea or even Arsenal or Newcastle, but Liverpool are pushing hard. However, Bournemouth make it clear, the decision is not with them, it is on Huijsen. Behind the scenes, those at the Vitality Stadium now expect the player to leave. Publicly, Cherries boss Iraola insists all the speculation around the 20-year-old is not affecting the player's mindset. From what I see every day, training and playing, I don't think it is affecting him at all, Iraola told the media on Friday. I see him in the same mood that he normally is. He's training well and I think he's playing well also, even being young. This is not something that is strange for him. He's coming from big teams, even if he wasn't in the first team. But he's coming from Roma, from Juventus, from teams where these things are probably quite natural, and I see him quite normal. Asked if Huijsen can help 8th-placed Bournemouth qualify for Europe next season, Iraola added, "We don't know what's going to happen or what position will give you access to Europe. There are 7 teams comfortably ahead of us and 3 or 4 teams we are fighting with for a possible spot. We like to think that there is at least one position open, but we know it will be difficult because we have a difficult schedule." Liverpool transfer latest, Kirkez alternative eyed, stunning Chelsea inquiry. Meanwhile, Liverpool are understood to be considering an approach to sign Fulham's Anthony Robinson amid growing doubts from inside Anfield over a deal for Milos Kirkez. Our transfer correspondent Fraser Fletcher revealed way back in September last year that the Reds were aiming to land the Hungarian and would not be put off by his vast £45 million valuation. However, it's now being reported that there are some at Liverpool's Kirkby training complex who feel Robinson would be the more sensible signing, with Hughes and Slot set to make their final decision over the coming days. Kirkez himself recently fueled the speculation by responding with egg timer emoji in response to a post from Dominic Soboslai on the Reds aiming to win the Premier League title on Sunday against Tottenham at Anfield. Elsewhere, a well-connected journalist has astonishingly revealed that Liverpool have been exploring a potential deal for a world-class Chelsea star, which potentially could be worth up to £85 million. And finally, sources have revealed to us that Liverpool are ready to cut ties with one of their senior forwards this summer, and with his likely next destination coming to light, the career so far of Dean Donny Huijsen, by Samuel Bannister. Right arrow Huijsen was born in Amsterdam in April 2005, right arrow his family relocated to Spain in 2010, and he played for Costa Unida CF de Marbella. Right arrow Malaga signed him for their academy in 2015. Right arrow Juventus signed him in 2021, initially to play for their U17 team. Right arrow in January 2023, he was promoted to Juventus Next Gen, U23, team, enabling him to play among professionals in Serie C. Right arrow Huijsen earned his senior debut for Juventus in October 2023, coming on as a substitute in a Serie A game. Right arrow Roma took Huijsen on loan in January 2024 at the express wish of Jose Mourinho, who was sacked that same month. Right arrow he scored his first Serie A goal in February 2024, and then another later that month after carrying the ball out from defense and shooting from distance. Right arrow in March 2024, he committed his international future to Spain, being called up to their U21 team. Right arrow he made his last appearance for Roma in April 2024 and was an unused sub in their last 5 Serie A games of the season. Right arrow Bournemouth bought Huijsen from Juventus in the summer of 2024, for an initial fee of just €15 million, £12.9 million. Right arrow he made his Premier League debut in the first game of the season, lasting all 90 minutes against Nottingham Forest. Right arrow he headed in his first goal for Bournemouth in December 2024 after returning to the starting lineup, which he has consistently remained in ever since. Right arrow with Inigo Martinez injured, Huijsen received his first call-up to the Spain senior squad and made his debut as a first-half substitute in the Nations League quarter-final clash against the Netherlands. His second cap followed a few days later in the return leg, providing an assist for Lamine Yamal during extra time. Right arrow with a £50 million, €58.5 million, exit clause in his Bournemouth deal. The Cherries face a huge fight to keep the player at the Vitality Stadium, with a summer move a strong possibility.